Hey everyone, it's Jack and Ross from Cultaholic.com. Adam's off, Sam's off.
We're in.
News team.
How do you like your news in the morning?
Like one with a hug? Is that
Something I can't provide.
Let's take a look at all of the headlines. First of all, a WWE superstar has announced their retirement from the ring. Secondly, Kurt Angle's final ever SmackDown opponent has been revealed and it's a first-time matchup in WWE. And finally, several exciting matches have been announced for the New Japan Ring of Honor Super Show at Madison Square Garden. So, first and foremost, a WWE superstar has announced their retirement from the ring, and it was via the medium of reality television. Nikki Bella.
Is it real or is it not? That's the question I'm asking straight away.
Really? Well, Nikki Bella on the season finale, I think, of Total Bella has announced that she retired from WWE after 12 years as an in-ring competitor.
Shocking, isn't it?
Time flies, yeah. Brie Bella also announced that she was walking away, but that was earlier on in the series. I think everyone knew that already. But now Nikki also has announced her retirement. Well,
fair play to her. I think she gets a bit of a hard time, does Nikki Bella, because it's not her fault that WWE positioned her in such a highly status that they do.
Yeah.
Like when she came back and was like holding up Asuka's arm. Was it? No, sorry. Who was it? She held up somebody's arm.
Yes.
Ronda at SummerSlam.
Yes.
It's not her fault she's put in that position. She was there for a long time. She achieved a lot of things.
She proved a lot in the ring.
Yeah.
She became quite good at the end.
2015, she was on fire when she was the champion for the longest time in the history of the world ever. So I just think she was a victim of WWE just putting her a bit too high.
Yeah.
So the fans turned on her.
Yeah, and it was during the sort of time when everything was changing as well.
Yeah.
So we didn't know at the time, but her final televised match was the loss to Ronda Rousey at Evolution in the main event. And she will now apparently focus on her many business interests away from the ring, which include a wine label, a clothing brand, and a podcast that her and Brie are going to be doing.
God, I can't wait to listen to that.
Yeah.
You can talk, but you can't something. I don't know what it'd be called. Good luck to her, all the bloody best.
I think so. I think she was... I hope that she gets looked back upon more kindly after retirement.
That's what I mean. I just think it was a victim of WWE going, oh, she's got a reality show, let's make her look like the best of all time.
Yeah.
When she wasn't quite that good. She was still good, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think I saw this from... It was one of the sort of tabloids, like, in the Sun or the Mirror, someone covers wrestling. And then they said I think I've got the quote here. Oh, no, I don't. They said something like, she was a key figure during a time... They tried to sort of misreport what she did. They were like, she was a key figure during a key period of transition for women's wrestling. I was like, well, she wasn't really a symbol of anything.
I mean, she was the champion when the whole Give Divas a Chance thing kicked off. I guess that's...
She was the heel of it. She was the one who's like fighting against the change.
She wasn't spearheading that, I don't think.
No.
AJ Lee was.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ Lee. Happy birthday the other day.
Oh, was it her birthday?
I just saw Big E put a nice tweet out.
That's nice. But yes, Nikki Bella, fair enough. Good. Enjoy your retirement. Next up, the Kurt Angle retirement tour rolls on. He's already wrestled, Chad Gable... And who was the other one? Apollo. And announced, of course, that he will be facing Baron Corbin in his last match at WrestleMania 34. But that's all still a bit... 35, even.
35, yeah.
But it's still a bit like, is it real, is it not?
I think they're going for it, me.
Do you think?
Yeah. No. It's a bit weird how we live in a time where, like, fans are upset, so the bookers have to change everything.
It is strange, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense story-wise, I think, now, looking back on it, having time to settle down after the announcement.
It does, but one of his final opponents will be on this Tuesday's SmackDown, his last ever SmackDown appearance, apparently, or his last ever SmackDown match, and it'll be against AJ Styles.
Forget about the house that AJ Styles built. Give me a silver ring apron, and that's the house that Kurt Angle built.
The SmackDown 6.
Back in 2003, 4.
Great days.
Yeah.
Now, they've wrestled a lot of times before for Impact. They had I remember one match where Angle sort of flew off, because Angle can fly sometimes, like no one, and he ran off the thing, ran off the ramp, off the stage, and did a big flip. But they've never wrestled in WWE before. Apparently, this is their first meeting in a WWE ring, and I just really want it to be good.
It will be good. It'll be 10 minutes of good wrestling.
Did you enjoy his match with Gable?
I didn't think it was as bad as everyone made out.
Right.
I don't understand what people were moaning about. He's a 50-year-old man nearly. I think he is 49 or 50.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's doing well, considering the things he's gone through in his life. He's doing well to go. 10, 15 minutes with Chad Gable.
And Chad Gable had to, take the lead, but, of course...
That's how it works, though, when you're that old, surely.
Yeah.
Cut the man some slack.
And I thought it was nice to see. I liked his singlet with the...
Well, this is they made it even more obvious that Chad Gable, should have been the son all along.
Yeah.
He's so made for that role of, doofus 2001 Kurt Angle, just to do that now.
Yeah.
It would be amazing. I hope they just do it.
Just rewrite it.
Yeah. But this would be a nice sort of, I guess Styles will win.
I'm assuming Styles will win,
yeah. Nice passing of the torch sort of thing.
I think so.
If he can pass it to 40-year-old AJ Styles.
I'm thinking, will Randy Orton get involved to further the...
I hope he doesn't.
No.
Maybe after the bell and after AJ's won, then hit a surprise RKO, but don't ruin the match. Let them have a good match. Nice finish. Wholesome ending to Kurt Angle's SmackDown career.
Yeah, I think he's one of the ones that will be remembered as a key figure in SmackDown
big
history.
time.
He's got to be. But I don't know if he's on the Mount Rushmore, and I hate Mount Rushmore questions because there's only 4.
He is for SmackDown.
Is he?
Undertaker, Angle,
Teddy Long,
and Vicky.
Yeah, okay. That's solid Mount Rushmore there.
The Bashams just below. Shaniqua just below them. And a Whip just below them.
That's your Mount Rushmore SmackDown. Now moving on to New Japan news, because that whole Madison Square Garden card over WrestleMania weekend is gradually taking place. I say gradually, the full card has been announced now. You can find that online, but I'm just going to recap the key matches that have been added over this past weekend. So first of all, Okada won the New Japan Cup, beating Sonata in the final. This is important because...
It's a nice trophy, that.
Oh, the big...
Huge!
Yeah. It looks like a big football trophy.
Yeah.
He's going on to face Jay White for the title in the main event. There was also a nice moment where he and sort of Shibata was on commentary, the one who injured himself and had to end his career when he was wrestling Okada, having won the New Japan Cup. So it was a nice callback. Okada legitimately cried in the press conference afterwards.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
He's a wholesome man.
Okada?
Yeah. You see little thing. If they was all feeding giraffes or something the other day.
Really?
Just some nice content to watch on a Saturday afternoon.
Ospreay put a tweet where it was like, "You're my mentor and everything," and he put, "I love you too, Will." It's very nice. So that's a match that's being confirmed. Also, Tetsuya Naito versus Kota Ibushi for the IC title. They've wrestled quite a few times and it's always really scary. They always drop each other on their necks a lot and stuff. So but it'll be really good, hopefully. And also, you'll never guess who's challenging for the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship.
Who is challenging for the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship, Jack?
Tanahashi.
That's a big name.
Tanahashi became the British champion. Ishii was not long ago, and I think Suzuki might have been.
Anything can happen in the WWF.
Yes. That should be a good match as well. I'm not sure how Zack and Tanahashi really... They've had matches before. I always think, how are they going to work this one out, because they've got such different styles. But it should be pretty good. The card was getting criticised at first, partly by me as well, for being a bit of a weak one in the build-up. And now suddenly it's one of those ones where the full card's been announced and you look through it and everyone kind of goes, actually, that could be really good. But will it be better than TakeOver?
I was listening to your boy Sean Ross Sapp, who heard all of the matches that's happening. He wouldn't say what it was for spoiler purposes, but he reckons it'll be the best TakeOver ever.
Any TakeOver could be the best TakeOver ever.
Better than New Orleans.
That was a really good one.
How can it be better than New Orleans?
The roster they've got, any TakeOver could be the best TakeOver.
This is the best NXT roster. We're not talking about them. We're talking about
sorry, New Japan. Yeah, so Tanahashi and all that. I think it'll be a good show, but I don't think it'll be as good as TakeOver. But I still think it'll be like as long as the crowd are behind it and everything that happens, and the storylines, they're aware of that and everything, then I think it'll be a good one. I do worry about the Ring of Honor portions of the card, not in terms of the work rate in the ring, just because Ring of Honor, I struggle to keep up with Ring of Honor these days. It seems to have fallen under the radar slightly. I was
going to bring that up and say, like, this could be like the final show between these two companies, so they might pull it out the bag and just put on like wrestling Woodstock.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, the Ring of Honor matches are Lethal versus Skull versus Matt Taven in a triple threat for the title. Ospreay versus Jeff Cobb, that's like a champion versus champion sort of.
Hey, you gotta lift him up, Will. It's 250 pounds.
We've already seen him do it.
Ah, you've done it. I've seen that video of his dad reacting to it. Yeah, funny.
Bloody hell, Will. He doesn't say bloody.
You be lifting right.
So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really good show. I think Rush is on there as well, a member of LI, not LIJ, just LI in Mexico. He's all tranquilo in that. So I think it should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. And I still haven't got it right in my head which way around it goes on WrestleMania weekend. When's that and when's TakeOver?
TakeOver's on the Saturday.
Right, this is on the Friday.
On the Friday? Oh, is it on the Friday?
I know.
They switched it round, didn't they? The Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame's on the Saturday now.
So this should be on the Saturday as well?
This should be on the Saturday.
Okay.
Maybe.
Check that for yourself.
Google is your friend.
Yeah. And finally, just a bit of a funny one to end the video with. God, it's Monday. Someone on Reddit called, Wagwan_Cunny is a Reddit user.
Wagwan? Yeah. Spelled Wagwan wrong, like Wagwan wrong.
Maybe it's not that at all, but he's realised that Charlotte Flair has lost all of her matches in 2019, including dark matches and house show appearances as well. So, but she's main eventing WrestleMania in all likelihood.
I mean, she did win a hell of a lot of matches like in the 4 years before this little stretch. I mean, she just needs to stop wearing red. If she stopped wearing red, she'd stop losing.
Well, like Flair,
that's how the Flairs work. Yeah. She wore red at, what was that thing a couple of weeks ago? Fastlane.
Yeah.
Got beat, sort of, kind of.
She did, yeah. It's just sort of all the comments on this were saying like wins and losses don't matter, wins and losses don't matter. I think it sort of proves it as well.
Yeah, it does. I mean, most weeks on TV, she doesn't lose. She just comes out and cuts a good promo, and then Becky Lynch comes out and cuts an equally good promo.
Yeah.
So we don't see too many losses, I don't think.
No.
But I guess, I was saying this, like, one too many big losses in big matches, and then it just starts to go. Although it's hard because she's that good.
Yes.
I think this is lost in this whole storyline that Charlotte Flair is really good.
Yeah, absolutely, and she's been like overshadowed by Becky's popularity, but she is fantastic as well. There's just a few stats about it. Her last win was on December the 9th when she won a house show match versus Asuka. This means her losing streak is now at 44, with 5 of those losses on TV or pay-per-view. So she's lost 5 in a row.
She's going for Kurt Hawkins, I think.
Okay.
He'd be on 300-ish now.
Yeah.
Poor man.
Despite this, she's in the main event of WrestleMania against Rousey, who has won 63 of her 64 matches since debuting, and Becky, who has won 10 of 20 matches this year. I don't know why any of this matters, he says, but I found it interesting.
It is interesting.
It is interesting, yeah.
It's December the 9th, it was a long time ago.
It was, and Charlotte hasn't won a match since then. And I don't think she's going to win at WrestleMania either. That's not a shocking
But she's trading in the lucha. You see on social media with a new, maybe not boyfriend, Andrade, and Rush, I think. Good pals with
She's
him.
all been. I saw her wearing a Los Angeles cap. She's such a smart.
She's just working.
Bloody hell. Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter at Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.